Dun, 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 dun.
I remember. I can even remember the day. That day.
That Cdn Game Guides released Master of Builders Season 1, this time 1701 AD. Hey everyone, it's Matt from Cdn Game Guides, here to introduce a new video series about 1701 AD. We're going to show you how to make the ultimate civilization here. Anyway, we're starting off continuous play, and this is one of many option screens you have. That you just get to choose various features of the game, such as your map number if you want to play a certain map you've played before, and then this screen right here we get to choose various characters that you're going to play with, and also the side civilizations such as the Iroquois, the Aztec, the Queen, even pirates, etc. And the various people also add certain various difficulties. And then this next option screen here is where you get to choose a whole bunch of different things, such as whether you want there to be plague, fire is able to hit your village, various things like that, even disasters such as tornadoes and stuff like that. And yeah, so anyway, moving along to the next and I'm pretty sure final settings screen here. Just gotta wait, considering I'm not playing, because somebody isn't hearing this, but, you know. And we wait. There we go. These are the conditions for victory, such as I don't know, reach a certain amount of resources, reach independence, etc. Anyway, so here we are. We start off here, and we've selected the options so that we cannot see the map. One of the tips we suggest is try to get the first half-decent island and settle on it, because if you keep exploring, someone else can easily take it. So, like if you see a really small island or something like that, just ignore it. But if you see a half-decent island, take it. And if you can always expand later, war for it later, battle for it if someone else already has it, whatever. But right here, so right there, like what the guy just said, an island's been found. We're sailing to it, and we see it has some decent things. There's some blossom, hops, and some grains good for food, alcohol, and perfume. So blossoms are pretty rare, so we're gonna take this one, and it's a half-decent sized island. So as we wait for our guy to get into position here, as you can see, our ship is loaded up with the very basics in supplies, the tools, the food, obviously, and the wood. So what we're first gonna do here is we're gonna set up a warehouse. For those of you who haven't played before, you set up a warehouse to claim an island. And right there, you can see the fish on the shore. That's also good for food. And the clay pit, which was in the top left there. Anyway, so there's our warehouse, and we got it all set up. And that little tone tells us we've captured an island or whatever. And we're going to save here. This is a very good thing to do. This game tends to crash on some systems. Not usually on Vista and that, but if you have an older system, XP, it crashes sometimes quite a bit, depending on your system, of course. So yeah, it's a good idea to save. Anyways, we're going to set up our paths here, and this thing right here, we're just going to show an example. This is the town center. We're going to delete it right now, but this is the town center. This is the main fundamental thing of your civilization. This is what your people need to live and thrive off of. So that's obviously a good thing to have. Anyway, so as you can see here, the rest of the island is not in bright, meaning it's not in our territory. So what we're going to do is that's a house right there, but we're going to need to select this. This is a marketplace. The marketplace, in fact, claims more territory for you within an island. So right there, see, now we can build more path, and now we have room to build our town center. And it's a good idea to build your town center in an area where there's going to be lots of space. Your people need a lot of various things to keep them happy, such as churches and that, but the churches only have a certain amount of range. So it's a good idea to keep some space where you can put houses and have like a little bit like a field or something, so you can put more buildings. As your people upgrade from social class to social class, they will demand more and more buildings and more of that, and you do not want to build 2 or 3 if you can avoid it, because they do cost money per month or per year, or whichever the game's thing is. But anyway, so good idea here too is to get your paths all set up. Like, get them all so that everything's efficient. Cart transporters are the ones that bring your stuff around. They are slow on dirt paths. You do get a cobblestone path later, but even on cobblestone, it's better to have an efficient path system. Resources is the main thing in this game. It's not like other RTS games. It's not all about war. And then, as we saw earlier there, we built some fishing huts. Get those set up. That's basically your main first supply of food. So, as you can see here, as the guy just said, our construction jobs have increased, meaning we have more settlers now. They're of the first social class, so they're basically like the pioneers. So basically, now we have, like, as you build up your civilization with residential or houses, you get more options. You get more options, such as, like in this case, we get sheep farms, and then we can build cloth, and the cloth fulfills the need of the pioneers, and then that will make them upgrade social class. Upgrading social class is it's a main part of the game. It's what you're aiming for. They pay more taxes. You have to pay more for them, but it pays off. They pay more taxes.
You need something?
One thing for sure though is, for example, here when we're making these the weavers' huts and that, if you know that you're not going to have enough for your people, it's really suggested that if you're not going to have enough for your people, then you're going to want to block them from. You can click on the house, click on the cloth, and say don't give it to them, because if you expose them to it, it's going to become one of their main wants, and then they get angry and they can riot and blow stuff up. And as Joe just said in the background, I don't know if you heard, but it's good to block them from taking your resources. They can take your resources and upgrade it automatically. If you have a surplus of resources, that's perfectly fine. You shouldn't have an issue. However, there are times where you're maybe a little short on something, or you're trying to save for this, like a mine or something like that, and then somebody upgrades and it's gone. So it's a good idea to click on the house. There's a little tool thing. It's on the bottom right, I believe, of the little thing that opens when you click on the house, and just say stop it, and none of them will upgrade unless you give them the go ahead.
And also put the tax thing in the light green, not the dark green, so they're always kind of happy but not that happy. That would be more money.
So as Joe just said, I don't know if you heard again, but it's good to keep your tax level into the green, and well, there's two shades of green. There's the good green, there's the really bright green, and then there's the more dull green. They won't riot and they won't get angry under the two greens. The population will grow under the two greens. However, obviously, if you have the lower green, which is the lower taxes, by the way, the lower the taxes here, the more the population is going to grow, but the less money you get. They also won't upgrade if they're in anything else but that high green. So as we can see right here, that's a church and that's the range. Those houses outlined in red are the ones that will reach. So that's why you need a field or somewhere to put it so you can cover as many houses as possible. Like, there's no sense in covering and getting 3 or 4 churches for like 6, 7 houses because you're inefficient. Make sure you have that part where your houses are surrounding usually a pretty decent sized field, usually about the width of the town center. Set that up so you can just build your resources in there, or build your buildings that they need in there. It'll cover most of the houses, and as your civilization grows, you may need 2 or 3, but it'll cover more houses. You'll make a lot of taxes by then anyway, so you're all good. All right, so anyway, so we're just building up here, and I'm gonna mention some other ways to get food now, since we're just kind of building up our civilization. So basically, at this stage of the game, we have very limited options. As you can see here, as Joe just clicked on the little weaver's hut, we have 100% production from the wool, which is from the sheep, to the thing. So we always want a high efficiency rate. When the efficiency starts getting down, you're going to want to look at what's hindering its progress. It could be a lot of the maybe there's not enough sheep, not enough wool coming into the weaver's huts, whichever. So you're going to want to keep that up there. You're going to want to maybe make multiple buildings. So multiple farms, multiple weaver's huts, etc. Anyway, continuing along here. As we can see here, we also have tools. This is very key in the beginning. Tools are extremely limited in the beginning. You need to mine iron ore, smelt it, and then make it into tools in order to get tools. That takes a long time in the beginning. It doesn't take too long, but for a beginner, it will take quite a while. So it's a good idea to watch what you're doing with those tools. Don't start building buildings like crazy, etc. Set your settings accordingly. If you say accidentally build a building, you're gonna want to set I'll frequently do that. You want to get rid of the building. You're gonna want to set it so you get a full refund in the settings menus, those several menus at the beginning. You're gonna want to you're going to want to get it so it gives you a full refund. And right here we have the free trader. You can set it in your warehouse that you want to buy certain things, such as tools, like in the beginning, and he will come around every now and then, and he'll sell you stuff, buy your stuff, whichever. You can set things you want to buy and sell in your warehouse. So anyway, see, there's another range in action there. So that concludes this first episode of 1701 AD series, and we hope you stay tuned for many more episodes. See you later.